Clearly, I think with demand for quicker delivery time, we need to bring these last mile sortation and distribution centers close to the city, within the city. If you go inside Paris, for example, for those of you who are familiar, inside the Périphérique, Boulevard Ney, there's a 4 or 5 story building. Geodis Calberson operates. Amazon has taken space on that. So it's basically like a traditional multi-story warehouse you see in Tokyo. 4 or 5 stories, drive-up ramp, parking on the rooftop. So clearly you're going to see more, I think, multi-story warehouses being developed within the cities. You're going to see a convergence of use. Maybe you have logistics on the ground floor with residential apartments on top. So I think innovative developers are going to experiment with this product, and I think cities and planning commissions are going to be open to it to create kind of a cohesive and use between industrial logistics and retail or residential. So clearly, this is a space where we are going to see probably the most amount of evolution taking place. And again, drone delivery is going to impact that as well. I think people like Amazon are continuing to experiment with it. It's not going to be we're going to see 500 drones flying simultaneously over the sky, but I think the highest traffic corridors might see drone traffic. For example, from the Amazon Center in Boulevard Ney in the Périphérique, they could probably send drones directly into La Défense. And so it's really one corridor where you see drones flying and taking product through.
Personally, I see drones working if you're somewhere in sort of the north of Scotland or some of the regions where you can get stuff out. In a city, I think there's, the American army this week, they've now got drones that can drop bombs. And I think the security risk of that sort of thing is far too high in cities for them to do it. I was glad to see there's also now a huge market for shooting drones down. So as one thing starts, another stops, and the thieves are going to love that. I think there are changes that are going to happen like that. And I think drones or something like that will appear. And I think 2 years ago, we all couldn't really see it working. Now you can. And it's quite interesting what will happen.